Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to another video. So this is going to be, as some people requested and they showed interest on, I'm going to be actually breaking down someone else's gameplay, not my own. This is going to be specifically of one of my students from the coaching. He actually he sent me this game here. Now this is from I'm taking this footage from the streaming from the Twitch stream from Erositty here, as you can see. So I'll leave. I have his permission and everyone's permission here to use this footage. So if you guys want to check him out later, I'll definitely put his channel link on the description so you guys can see. So you guys can follow him up. So in this case, he's not my student. The streamer itself is playing Survivor, and my student is the one that's playing Killer, which is Dweet Fairfield is his ID. And he's gonna be playing Oni, so I coached him on Oni. He really came to me. He wanted to do. He's already a good player, which is something some people may have this kind of doubt. Is like, hey, wait, but I'm already a good player. Why would I need your coaching? What difference does that make for me if I already know everything? So and I help people before that have experience, and really the coaching is really for everyone, because everyone has weak points and whatnot. So just because you're experienced does not mean there's nothing you can learn or improve on. So for sure, the coaching works for both beginners and advanced players. As you see, Spavin here is a really advanced Oni player. He just didn't know very well how to apply pressure properly when playing killer, and that's why he sought me after. And I was able to show him some stuff and give him some lessons on how to apply pressure better. And just so you guys know, this match right here is after we did the coaching. Okay, it's not before. This is after he has already learned everything that I taught him. So I'm gonna be coaching the match, and I'm explain to you guys a breakdown some things that he could have done better or things that he did not do so well. So just a reminder again, the footage that you see the survivor is the streamer itself playing, and not my student. My student is going to be the killer, but I'll still be able to break down the gameplay. It's pretty cool because you're actually be able to see the perspective of someone that's actually playing against him.
I took a break pretty much from like season 9 up until
So I won't edit anything out, so you see the full audio and everything.
the most current Fortnite season.
And once again, just thanks to Erositty for allowing me to use the footage here.
I have sprint burst, right? Yeah.
His footage.
Oh.
So you see, he's using corrupt. I also coach him a little bit on what perks to use.
Say 4 seconds. 5 Mississippi.
And corrupt is pretty meta perks, so you definitely got. I don't think it should even be plausible to think about not using corrupt because the gens goes way too fast. So corrupt is definitely a meta perk. There's no messing around it. So I told Spavin to use. He already used it before, but I definitely reassured him on the importance of using corrupt.
I really don't want to give this Oni a free hit.
So you see, Erositty here is pretty smart. He's already thinking about not giving a hit to Oni, and you can tell that they already found the first gen, even though he was using corrupt.
I won't.
So probably that side of the map where they spawn is probably all blocked, and it's gonna be mostly down here to the right. Hopefully you guys can see my mouse here. It's gonna be hopefully to the right, and here to the middle is probably where the gens are not blocked. Now I see my mouse here. He's probably right there chasing someone. And he just seemed to notice that he already got the first hit, as you can tell here as well. So he already got at least half of his power charge as Oni. And I think he noticed or he heard the sounds of people working on the gen in the middle here, so he actually came to check it. Which is a good strategy as well you can do. Is sometimes it's not to actually commit to the full chase on the first guy when you're playing Oni. You can just farm blood off him, and then use the power on the others that are fully healed, That's because then he's constantly dropping blood outside the map for you to get later, while you're chasing the others with your power active. So you're essentially going to be able to down these other ones fast, because of your power. So that's sometimes the strategy you can use. I'm not sure exactly that's the reason why specifically Spavin decided to check this gen. Is mostly because I think he heard the sound. But regardless, it's something I'd like to mention to you guys so you know. And again, Erositty's pretty smart. He already left the gen as soon as he saw the killer approaching, so he does not give him a free hit. However, it's quite a mistake like that doing gens together, because especially early game. But because if he can pressure everyone off the gen, because there's a lot of people working on the same gen, He's only one killer. He can only be at one place at a time, so it's best when everyone's spread out.
Are you really gonna chase me around this?
Because then he can't really, apply pressure to everyone at the same time. So you see, his Pavin just checked the gen. And don't seem like he found anyone, so they all left the gen, so that's pretty good on the survivors here.
And then I played Fortnite, and then I started playing Dead by Daylight like 2 years ago. But my friend that we were playing with earlier, he's been playing the game since around.
So now Spavin's probably chasing someone else at this moment here.
He put me on it like a few years ago, like 2 years ago.
Okay, so we see the person heal right there.
2018.
They got the first hit.
And I've been playing it ever since.
And so far, I did not hear any Q sound that Spavin already got his full power charged, but it's possible that he's going to get the blood from these from the guy that was injured until now and get his power. So see what I mentioned, like kind of a big mistake doing this, like everyone in the same gen, especially at the early game. And you're gonna see why in a minute. See right there at the Q, so he got the power, he got the second hit here, as you can see. And so this is why it's bad, because you see there's 3 people committing to a single gen. So if Spavin, just again a reminder, Spavin is a killer, my student, he's playing Oni. If Spavin comes here and try to and pressure this gen, he's gonna get everyone off the gen at the same time. So that's 3 survivors essentially losing time. Now if they're all spread out, Spavin can only pressure one survivor at a time. So these 2 will still be working gens while he's only pressuring this guy off the gen. So it's way better when they're spread out than when they're actually doing gens together like this. It does go faster, but I mean, is it really worth it? In my opinion, not. It takes 80 seconds to do a gen solo, so if you're spread out, the survivors, 80 seconds is going to be 3 gens done. And you see what I mean? Like he left the guy that was injured, and now he came with his power to chase other people. They're healed, and again, because they're all together, he's able to pressure everyone at the same time here.
That's so fucking annoying.
And he is going at it right there. Gonna get the first down. And this is a very risky play here as well. You see they're committing to the gen. I honestly don't think this is worth it, because you see right now, especially considering that he already got the down there. And you see why. So see, yeah, they got the gen, but now he got more pressure. Like he can easily down 2 people here now because they committed to this gen, and stay close to the kill here. You know, the down. So they're giving a pressure chance there for Spavin, and he's going to take it. Like I told him he should.
Oh, that was a good play by him. Usually it's really hard for Onis to flick all the way back around and still hit it.
Yeah, and you see Erositty here acknowledging. He's actually Spavin is a really good Oni player. Like even myself, I told him that. I was like, dude, when we can do the coaching, I was like, dude, you need. There's very little I can just optimize a few things on your Oni play, because you're already really good with the killer. I'm just gonna optimize you on how you play the match. You know, the pressure itself.
Okay.
As you can see, Spavin is really good already. And when I met him before the coaching as well, he was already pretty good with the Oni and chases, you know.
I can wiggle off if I get up here.
So you see what Spavin did here. He dropped the Erositty here, so he could apply more pressure to more survivors, since there was still third survivor nearby. So he dropped him, and he's trying to apply more pressure here now.
I'll be able to wiggle off if I get like right here.
The person there that I see right there, the other survivor. So he has 2 slugs, which means 2 slugs at a 4v1 scenario is pretty good. Your level of pressure, map pressure, if you want to call it. When I say pressure, map pressure, it's all the same, okay? So it's pretty high. So which means at least someone else has to come over to save, you know, these 2 survivors. So that's already like 3 people not doing gens. So the pressure is really good. And you see, this is a really unsafe area as well. So this person that came all the way, I don't know from where, to get this save. And now, you know, because he's close to the bodies, and you see Spavin did not commit to this person right here. He actually came back to something you can do as well. Use the slugging as bait, because you know someone's gonna come here heal them eventually. So if you time that properly, you can come back at the same time that the survivor is getting, you know, is coming for the heal, and then you're actually, you know, able to chase him instead of him getting the heal. So as you can see right there, this is already like a kind of a checkmate position that Spavin secured. And remember, this is all because he dropped the Claudette here, and he actually left to apply more pressure. If he didn't do that, if he just like went straight for the hooking, especially on the first survivor, which is the first one he downed, none of this would have happened. He essentially took the opportunity that they were all close by, and he snowballed that to more pressure.
Jesus Lord.
Which is genius. It's really what I showed him. on the coaching, and this is what you always want to strive for, especially when it's a 4v1, because at a 4v1 it's crucial that you have that kind of pressure, because that's when the gens are going the fastest. So he picked a Fang up here, and you can see this is also another pretty genius play here the Spavum is doing. So I'm gonna explain here what he's doing. Essentially, he picked up the Fang in order because the survivors can see the aura of the other survivor being picked up, right? So this Fang, he knows the Fang is just Spavin knows that this Fang is just waiting for an opportunity to heal the others. So the reason why he picked up this Fang and then drop her is so that this Fang could see that he was picking up this Fang, and have the false sense that she was safe to go for the save. But then he can just suddenly drop the Fang, and now he can find her. You know,
Wow,
the
sneaking
standing, the
up
only
for
last standing Fang.
items.
So essentially, this move that he did by picking up and dropping was essentially like a fake move, a bait move, to be able to flush this Fang out and possibly find her, which is pretty genius. And it kind of worked. You see, he found it. He found his tracks, but she was able to get to the body in time. But still, if Bevan was close enough, like already, he would be able to down this Claudette that's already injured, and then he would just have to worry about chasing the last Fang, and it would be GG. You know. So he played the checkmate position there, like very well. So you see, but this is when it can counter. It can kind of counter fire because you see everyone got healed because of that. Because everyone was already fully recovered at that point that was being slugged. So one person that got up could already easily one tap everyone. So this is what happened here. As you can see, everyone is healed up. However, they're still all injured, so there's gonna be blood everywhere. He's gonna get his power like super fast, and he can still, because they're all injured, they're easy chases, you know. So and he's still close by, so he can still kind of gain back that pressure that he lost, like because he had three slugs, and now no one else is slugging anymore. So he essentially lost all the pressure that he built up. But the reason why that's not bad is because he was trying to checkmate, so he could essentially had won the game on that single play. So it was by no means a bad idea to take the shot, you know. But you see now he's going to go create the pressure again. So right there, got one.
Oh yeah. Oh,
However, the others was still able to get away.
okay.
So essentially he lost the three slugs to get a one hook here. But it wouldn't matter that much because if you imagine, even if those three were slugged and he picked up only one like he's doing right now and went straight for the hook, the other two would get healed anyway. So the same scenario would change. The only difference is that he would not have taken the chance to finish the game with the checkmate play. That was only the difference. That he didn't like lost too much. Even though I'm saying he lost his pressure, he didn't really lose that much. He was still the best optimal play he could have done there to win the game the fastest. So that Fang dropped, so he probably heard that. He already knows she's there at this point. And he got basement hook as well, which is even better. So he probably gonna get his power here because everyone is bleeding around that area. So there's likely blood everywhere. And now Erositty's hook in the basement, so there's not much you can do.
There's a luck offering. I had to try it. I still have time from this person.
Yeah, but you see,
Right?
what I mean as well. How it's already paying off. He was. Everyone is injured now, so he can. Everyone is pretty much at a grave risk of going for the save here because Spavin can easily down him with one shot. He doesn't even need his power, so going for the save, especially while injured on basement, is like super risky, as you can probably imagine. So even though, like I said, he lost all that pressure in the sense that all those three slugs got up, he still has a major advantage here. And Erositty is
It's
already
not gonna
about to
fuck me over,
his
right?
struggle. You see what I mean right there? They're already injured,
Oh
so
my god.
it's
It's
very
gonna
easy,
fuck me over that I tried to escape.
very easy to get the downs there as they approach for the save.
I don't know what I thought.
Like the best play the survivors can do here is really just meet up and heal. And they're probably gonna have to sacrifice Erositty in the sense that he's gonna have to at least go slug before they can like reset, heal up, and come for the save. But the worst choice they can do here is really just go for the save
This
while
dude over
injured.
here sitting on lockers and stuff.
And the Spavim, knowing this, he can use this to his advantage by actually in a way kind of patrolling and camping the hook, just waiting for them to make the same mistake that I just mentioned. And you see what he's kind of doing right there. He's down. He downed the I think it was a Fang there, and he's slugging her. So now these survivors are even worse scenario now because Erositty is dying on the hook here, which is good for the killer. If someone is dying, and he also has pressure with that person's slug. So these people are definitely not going to be the gens,
One more try.
which is insane pressure. They have to either commit to
Oh,
they have to meet up to heal, or you know, make the risky play, which is coming for the save on either the slug person or Erositty here, but they're injured, so it's gonna be very risky for them to attempt that. And you see, he got the save, and you see Spavin was close by, so he can still capitalize on it. Which is what I mean. Like the best play for him would be to actually patrol and stay nearby because he has the. They have to make a move at that point. So the
No way he comes for
best
me.
play for
Oh,
him
you're
is
such a fucking sweat.
the best play for him is really just to wait for that move and capitalize on it like he did here.
Jesus Lord Almighty.
One thing I would say is that he could have actually camped or patrolled that hook a little better and not even allowed her to get the save here because now because she got the save she could have BT active, she could have like VS, so that's all going to extend the chases and things, you know. It's not necessary that it extends that long. If he was kind of camping the stairs or something and he was able to kill that thing before she even pulled the Claudette off the hook, it would be much better. So far I would say that's really the only kind of, you know, not optimal play this Spavim did, was really allowing the Fang to get that close enough to get the unhook. Especially being injured.
Weirdo, bro.
So your Erositty is pretty mad now
Jesus Christ.
because Spavin is playing like very optimally here. So you can see
you're winning.
you can see he's giving them like very little chance.
God.
And that's what
I can't
Erositty
stand
is
people
really
who
mad
play
about.
like that, bro.
Now you see he picked him up there, but he probably could have listened and heard to these other people close by and he escalated the pressure even more. People calling me. Okay, so
You're not gaining anything from trying.
again,
so
a basement hook. Now this is a bad play. Like I mentioned, it would be way better if the Erositty did not get off the hook at all. He would probably already be dead at this point. So it would be a 3v1. It would be even more optimal for Spavin to win this game at that point. But you can see, even though he's not making those super optimal plays, he's still like completely dominating this match. And I'm just explaining to you guys, so just so you guys can see how much better it could have been than what it actually is looking right here. So I don't know why Spavin chose to activate his power here. He's probably just having a little bit of fun because they're all injured, so there's been no need to use the power at this point. Especially considering there's no pallets around this house anymore. At least not inside, you know, and whatnot.
Jesus Lord.
And you see again, capitalizing on it. Now he slugged her, but instead of picking her up immediately, he's gonna he noticed someone is nearby, so he's going to snowball that.
Yeah, this isn't fun.
Or not just that, but because she's slugged near the hook, he doesn't have to worry about picking her up. He can use her as pressure for again snowballing.
I get it, bro. You want to win. But, bro, like, I promise you, the game's not even close. I promise you, you literally get more points if you hook people.
I love Rusty's reaction here, but you can see like if you're the killer, like honestly, you don't have to worry too much about this. You definitely should control the match as much as you can and make sure you secure the win before you actually try to play more softly with the survivors. You know, because the survivors are not going to be soft on you, so there's no reason for you to be on them. Just secure your win, and then you can think about points. You know, if you want to stall the game for longer, and things like that. That's my recommendation. Because if you start playing soft with the survivors from the beginning, usually you're gonna get screwed over because of it. Which is something I actually told Spavim lately these days, because he's kind of, oh, I lost because I was playing too soft. I'm like, yeah, dude, you can't do that. Just like play for real, like try hard until you secure the win, and then you can be soft with them. So again, this is another mistake. I mean, not a mistake, you know, because at this point, like he pretty much already won this game, but you can see like he could have easily again just kind of camped the save here, patrol it a little better, and not allowed anyone to get close to get the save here, and you know, he could have easily guaranteed these 2 kills before anyone got these gens done, at least like 1 or 2 gens done. So, but you know, again, like I mentioned, it's their mistake as well on the survivors here. They shouldn't go for the save injured like that, especially on basement. You just have to heal and reset before you even think about going for the save. Not that it would have mattered too much because he can still use his power.
Bitch, you have borrowed time.
He can still use his
fucking
power.
Psycho fuck. Jesus Lord Almighty, what the hell? Oh my God, Jesus, what the fuck?
Erositty's reactions are just priceless.
Oh my God. Right, time to reset and win.
Yeah, exactly. He has the right thinking right here, as you can see.
Oh, this guy's
Reset.
beating the fuck out of us.
But that should have been done like a long time ago. It should have resetted. That should have happened when he was on the hook, the first hook on the game.
I would say the slugging is a little bit unnecessary.
Now, keep in mind he's commenting this from a survivor perspective. But I mean, like I mentioned, if you're the killer, you should not have to play soft with them because that's gonna backfire with you. So just win the game and then worry about playing soft after if you want to, because you don't have to. It's not. There's not like an agreement that you sign when you buy the game that says you have to play nice with the survivors. Neither that they have to play with you because they never do. So you know. If you're a killer and you play killer, the survivors never play nice with you. So you can probably agree with me. There's no reason why you should be nice to them, at least until you have already secured the game. So for example, at this point, there's 4 gens. He just got the first kill here, and he already got a lot of points as well, including barbecue and chili stacks. So here another mistake. They're doing gen together, but they can probably heal after this, so maybe it's not too bad. But if Spavim comes here right now, they're pretty screwed, and he did.
Dude, I could
It
loop him
seems.
infinitely around this.
So you see, they're all injured. Like no one has self care. They need to reset. They need
Well,
to
if he
heal.
was in his power.
They're playing an Oni as well, so bleeding like this is
Not
just
as
giving them
115.
infinite power essentially. So just so you can see how much of a few mistakes these survivors are doing as well. That's contributing
Oh yeah.
to the like complete blowout that you see Spavim doing on them here. So see, I guess he's using the power just so he can play the chases a little better, which is it's fine I guess. But she's already injured, so it's not like he really needs to a one-shot ability, if you know what I mean. Now that was super good. I don't know if you could tell that.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
This just shows how good Spavim is with Oni. What he did, hopefully you guys can see my mouse. What he did, he tried to go here with the left. He faked his movement. It made it seem like he was going here, but then he turned and went around, and that confused Erositty. So instead of continue to loop, he was kind of standing there, confused on what direction he would take. And because he's in his power and he's moving like fast as fuck, he essentially gives him no time to react. Once he realizes the
But
side,
see, I don't understand. Like, you're winning. You're winning.
once he realizes the side he Spavin committed to going.
Why are you slugging right here? You could literally just hook and then do the same exact thing.
Now this is another very smart move by Spavin. You never want to pick up the first person that went down when you're slugging like this, because the second person that went down, because the second person that went down is the one that's slowest on recovery. So you want to get the first person that you got down on if you follow the chain of downs, because she's the one that's already like 99 on recovery. So by picking this one up, they can easily the other survivors can easily one tap the first down of the chain. So by picking up the first down of the chain first, you make sure that they're not gonna get one tap, because none of the others left on the floor are actually fully recovered, if you know what I mean.
Like, you're just wasting that person's time.
And you see right there,
I just don't think he's thinking about like the survivors really.
he actually got 3 hooks on them, so he could have won this by not trading hooks too much, like hooking everyone 3 times. If he camped a little more, like I mentioned earlier, he would have won this game by now already, like easily. But it's what I mean, like if you know how to create control and control the game like Spavim is doing here, like you essentially make whatever you want to do. If you want to kill the survivors fast, if you don't want to kill them fast, you want to trade hooks, go for 3. Get your stacks on bar, because at that point you're gonna win the game regardless. So it's
When I
really
play
up
video games,
to
I
you.
try not to ruin the other person's experience most of the time. So I just try and be conscious of whether they're having fun or not. But this guy doesn't give a fuck. I'd assume he's rank 1.
And yeah, you can tell Spavin was playing to win here, which is I don't blame him. I don't think that's. I mean, I see Erositty complaining. I can understand his mindset to say that, but personally I disagree. I think you should play to win as much as the killer's playing to win. And I just pointed out how many mistakes the survivors did that contribute to that blowout. So they played those mistakes a little bit different, you can see it would not have been this much of a blowout. So even though he's complaining about from the survivor's perspective, he's complaining about the killer being too much of a tryhard, he's actually making mistakes that's helping the killer win, if you know what I mean. So in a way, he's contributing he's contributing to his own hard time, if you get what I'm saying. It's right there. He got the. So like I mentioned, they were all injured, so it's pretty much infinite power for him as Oni, and it's just a complete blowout. You see the Claudette had brought Unbreakable too. I don't know if she ever got to use it, but maybe that's something she could have used it back when they were all being slugged. Maybe she used her Unbreakable. I'm not sure. But you can see it was like a complete blowout here.
I know. But he's a good Oni in his power. The only way that you beat that is if you have a good team. I'm surprised I blinked.
Well, if you have a good team, not exactly, because Oni is not really top tier, but he's pretty bad on chases actually until he has his power active, and even then, you can still loop him with his power active if you know what you're doing. So Oni's definitely not top tier. Uh, really, the biggest mistake the survivors did here in this particular case that makes Oni seem so overpowered is the fact that first they did not heal, they never reset, and they stay together most of the time. So that's obviously bad if you have a killer that's moving around that fast and one-shotting people everywhere. So even though he's making a comment here on like the killer being strong, just realize that the survivors contribute in this match in particular. The survivors' decisions contribute a lot to the results that you see on the screen here.
How did I blink? Neverland? Yeah. I know that kid, really?
And you see here, Spavin is using the build,
Rancor?
and people usually react that way because I'm just I was like the only killer that would use Rancor, and people never understood why. But during our coaching, I actually showed some analysis. I showed to Spavin why I use Rancor and why is that good. And you know, according to Spam himself, he got addicted to it, so now he's using Rancor as well. And you can, I'm sure he used it this match for sure. I'm sure it would help him. And but yeah, guys, that's the game. That's the analysis. Hopefully, you guys can see how Spavin played right and how the survivors played wrong, and vice versa. And a few things that every one of them could have done better here. And once again, thanks to Erositty for the footage, for allowing me to use the footage. And thanks for Spavin for being a great student. And yeah, guys, that's the video. See you guys in the next one. If you want your gameplay review like this as well, maybe it's a nurse gameplay. I don't know, because then I could go even more detailed. Was mostly like not so much about the chases, it's more about the decision making on the matches, as you can tell here. But if you want your own gameplay analyze, just check the description of the video because I have instructions there on how to get to the coaching and whatnot, or just contact me in some way. And I can reveal it on YouTube if you want to your own gameplay like this, and I'll break down. This is not gonna be for free, and the reason for that is because obviously if I make it for free, there will be way too many requests, and you know, I just want to attend to people that actually have the, you know, they're willing to really learn and put in the work. So having a price tag on it is a way to really filter the people like that. So if you have any interest on that, please just contact me. You know, you can definitely find contacts and ways to reach me on the description below. Just look regarding the coaching and yeah, that's the video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Let me stop here. There you go.